Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Snute and ShoWTimE on King Sejong Station, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player, it is ShoWTimE. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player, it is Snute. So Team Liquid versus Team Millennium here in the finals of the WCS Copa Intercontinental. That wrapped up a couple of weeks ago now. This might be one of the last replays I cast from that tournament. Kind of running out of good stuff to do there. Hopefully we'll get another bunch of replays. But I do get replays sent to me from GM players from time to time. If you are a GM player, or you know any GM players, feel free to have them send me stuff to falconpaladin@gmail.com. I'm looking for good Terran replays. I've got good Protoss and Zerg contacts already. I could always use more. Could always use more of those, but if you have a good Terran player that you know who wants to show the power of Terran to the channel, please have them send me their replays. I will link to their Twitch streams or whatever they want me to do, and everybody will prosper and be happy. So ZVP here, again, Z seems a little bit strong in this matchup lately. I mean, we've seen players like Neeb struggle against Snute, and we've seen players like Uthermal struggle against Snute. It's just kind of Snute's been on fire recently. He is going for the very standard hatch into an extractor into a pool. Meanwhile, the 1-gate expand is well up and running for the ShoWTimE with 1 assimilator, soon to be 2. Although he only has 1 worker in this assimilator right now, so perhaps not. Cybercore is on the way for the blue-red Protoss player. It is late. It is late. This has got to be the last game I cast tonight. Last one. Promise. Promise, then I'll go to sleep. Sleep. Alright, so pool finishing up. For Snute, Cybercore is the important key for the Protoss stuff tech tree. There's that second assimilator, as I prophesied earlier, and probe patrolling back and forth by ShoWTimE, just seeing if any lings come out. The probe will likely die if that's the case, but it is important to get that kind of information. Checking for a quick third, and I don't see any sign of one. Snute's not sending a drone out there yet. Probe kind of wasting its time running around, but hey, it's not wasting your time if the Zerg player comes and tries to take a third, right? Totally worth it at that point. Lings are probably going to try to take that probe down as the Overlord has spotted its presence. If the probe gets a good angle, it might actually be able to escape here. And took a couple hits early. And actually the Lings decide to leave it alone. So, good news. Good news indeed. What else do we got here? There's your wall. Boop, boop, boop. Stargate opener out of ShoWTimE. Could be an Oracle. Could definitely be an Oracle. He's not exactly hiding it though. And the Overlord will spot this pretty much now. Yeah, spots it now. So recognizes there's an Oracle there. Eventually, I think Snute's going to throw down a Spore Crawler or 2 in his mineral lines. He's getting speed for his Lings. He is taking that third base after he cleared out the probe. And it is currently 25-29 Harvesters. ShoWTimE has that lead. A single Adept by ShoWTimE shows up and cancels the Psionic Transfer as there are 6 Lings and a Queen ready to murder her immediately. Decides to live to fight another day, which is a good decision. You'll see that decision made more often than not by professional players. If it's a small engagement and they can save the life of a unit, they will. There's no reason to sacrifice it needlessly. That could be something to turn the tide in a future battle. Oracle is on the way for ShoWTimE. I'm going to try to see what it can do. And Snute, not... Okay, there's the Spore Crawler. Just waiting until the very last second to get that Spore. Again, we've had this discussion before, right? Where Zerg players don't get the Spores until the Phoenix show up. Or until the Oracle shows up and they lose a ton of stuff, and they would not have lost that stuff if we had a Spore. It's just good to see Snute do good anti-air techniques. And I think it's paying off for him. I really think it is. Oracle actually wasting its energy chasing these Lings around. That's weird. That's weird. Okay, so all the Lings die, so it's totally worth it. But third base coming up for ShoWTimE. Oracle's going to be super late now. I don't know if it can get any kills. There's a Queen here. There's a Spore Crawler here. There's another Queen here at the natural base. Maybe at the third you can find some purchase, but yeah, 1 Spore Crawler. Is there a Queen here yet? Queen's trying to march over there. Get it. Get the Oracle. No, actually on move command, not attack move. Interesting. Some transferring drones might actually die to this Oracle. That's pretty good. There's 3 kills. 1 drone kill. Spore Crawler, Queen. Stab, stab, stab. 2 drone kills, fine. Like I said, I mean, nothing earth-shattering from this Oracle because it was late and because it was scouted, but ShoWTimE doing what he can. Doing what he can. Third base up and well established for Snute right now. It's 55-43 Harvesters in favor of Snute. Getting a Baneling Nest, getting a Lair, getting +1 melee attack. which indicates... Well, there's a Baneling nest. I was going to say indicates maybe Ultras later on here, but possibly just kind of a mid-game Ling Baneling type thing, which is better than you'd expect against Protoss. Oracle here with 4 kills to its name, trying to add to that number, just sitting outside this natural base. Nobody really transferring. I mean, the Queens want to kill you for sure, Oracle. Run! Get out! That extra range, that range of 8. Range of 8, damage of 9, weapon speed 0.71. Just really one of the better anti-air units in the game right now is the Queen. Still making those Queens, double pumping them is Snute, using them for base defense mostly at this point. Adepts here. Sonic transferring their way down the ramp and then up to the natural of Snute. There are Banelings here though. Get out Adepts. There's the cancel. Sees the Banelings and cancels immediately. Resonating Glaives on the way for ShoWTimE. +1 ground weapons to a Warp Prism mixed in and a Roach Warren being morphed at the same time. Just using Sonic Transfer to pretty much scout at this point. ShoWTimE says that is a death trap for me. Banelings do extra damage versus my Adepts. They will evaporate. Lings and Queens also very good against the Adepts. A 4th base up for Snute too. This is not looking good for ShoWTimE. I mean, I know he's won one of these games, but I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work out. Stasis Ward triggered by a single Zergling. Good job by Snute. And more Adepts in here. So ShoWTimE going for a mass Adept play when he knows there are Banelings on the field. He knows there are Queens, and he's just going to go for it. He's marching right on in, Sonic transferring his way, trying to move the army, zone them out, and maybe actually go for the 3rd base instead. Yeah, the Adepts finish their transfer, trying to kill these Queens. Great split on the Adepts. Banelings are getting hits off, but not actually as good as you would expect here. Roach is getting mixed in. The Roaches don't do enough damage versus the Adepts. Resonating Glaives has finished, and the +1 attack. Look at them go! Adepts with an amazing concave right now is surrounded on all 3 sides on these Queens. Sonic transferring their way into this mineral line for Snute. The drone dead count is skyrocketing. 19 drones killed in the last couple of seconds, pretty much decimating that natural base. More Adepts rocking their way up here into the main base. Snute pulling his workers this time, but losing more and more of them. 26 dead workers. More Adepts sneaking up here into the 3rd base and finishing that transfer to the drone count is a massacre right now. ShoWTimE just running free at this point. He has Adepts going after this natural base. He might be able to kill that. The Roaches chasing some Adepts here at the 3rd base, but not able to get them all. Defending a little bit here at the 4th base as well, but that hatch falls to Adepts. You never see that. You never see it. ShoWTimE has killed 38 drones in this game. 38 is currently 32 to 48 Harvesters. ShoWTimE has a 3rd base up and running. Yeah, Snute has 3 bases of his own, but that worker count is low right now. These Adepts are heroes. Heroes of Ire. 5 kills, 2 kills, 1 kills. Okay, 0 kills. Maybe some of these don't have as many kills as I thought. That one has 3. 3 is good. Coming into the 4th base, more drones dying. Trying to take out that hatch. They just don't have the time. There's a lot of Roaches and Ravagers here for Snute. So, amazing first punch landed here by ShoWTimE. Just absolutely strong. Warp Prism sneaking up here into the main base. More Adepts. I don't think Snute saw this come and retreating with his drones. He cannot saturate his main whatsoever because Adepts are just sitting on it right now. What do they want to kill? They're not really focus firing anything at this point. More Adepts by ShoWTimE sneaking into this 3rd. Killing Queens. Blarp. Killing Spore Crawlers, but getting trapped a little bit here by the Roaches and the Ravagers. Again, trying to Sonic Transfer their way on out of it. Just trying to buy some time to Sonic Transfer. Are they going to get the lair? Holy crap. These Adepts are going to get this lair too. They've killed 2 hatcheries. You never see this. The mass Adept, we haven't seen this since Adepts were nerfed, but it is working for ShoWTimE right now. I can tell you that much. It's 45 to 60 Harvesters. ShoWTimE has a nice lead. He's just, I mean, yeah, there are Roaches. Yeah, there are Ravagers. ShoWTimE's going mass Adept. Okay, he's actually mixing in some Immortals now, according to that production tab. So he's not trying to win with just Adept, but a transition into Immortal seems like a pretty solid choice. Baneling Nest getting shot in the face as well. If they had faces, that's what would be happening here. Baneling Nest gone. The Roach Ravager army shows up, and ShoWTimE just Sonic transfers their way on out. That's it. The creep is receding quickly from this main base. The creep is pretty much gone for Snute in his main base right now. You never see that. You just, it's crazy time. Finally, these Adepts get caught and killed here at the natural base, but But I'd just like to point out we're at 54 workers killed by ShoWTimE. 54 workers killed. It's 45 to 60 harvesters. And with the counterattack is Snute. It's all he can really do. He's not replacing the hatch in his main base. His spawning pool is going to die. His evolution chamber is going to die. He essentially has 2 mining bases to the 3 that ShoWTimE has. A 4th base coming up. 2 Immortal Adept here. 3 Immortals. 3 Immortals. Adepts with +2 attack. Immortals with +2 attack doing 60 damage versus Armored, which is what these roaches are. Snute's in a rough spot right now. ShoWTimE has played this absolutely perfectly. And he's marching out again. He's not letting Snute rest at all. You can't let a Zerg player rest. You can't do it. It takes constant harassment, constant pressure, and defensively setting up shop here is Snute at the 4th base with all of his roaches, a couple Ravagers, Queens here as well. Phoenix patrolling back and forth, just scouting out exactly what is here. Single Phoenix with 1 kill. And here he comes. ShoWTimE moving right on in, and full retreat. Snute concedes the 4th base entirely. Lifting the Queen. Nothing can really kill it. Unfortunately, none of these guys can shoot up, but dropping it and one-shotting it into the middle of those Adepts and Immortals. Holy crap. Lings dying everywhere. 2 ton of Banelings coming up for Snute. Is it enough? Is it enough? It's 181 to 131 total supply. Macro hatch here for Snute. Force fields keeping the roaches on out. Corrosive Bile is actually being used to kill a couple force fields there. Don't see that very often. The macro hatch is gone. Snute keeps losing hatcheries. And here it is. Banelings from the left side. Roaches force fielded out of the bottom. Banelings too. Force field as well. Great split from ShoWTimE though. The Banelings are pretty much all gone. The Adepts are still alive. Immortals in the back just dealing tons of damage. 10 kills, 13 kills, 6 kills, 11 kills. 159 to 65 total supply. ShoWTimE wins that battle, and it's a GG from Snute. Snute is defeated, and ShoWTimE is victorious. That is how you play Protoss, ladies and gentlemen. ShoWTimE with the decisive victory. Absolutely crucial victory here. 16,000 resources lost for Snute, 9,000 for ShoWTimE, and it was just Mass Adept. Mass Adept with +1 attack and Resonating Glaives just caught Snute entirely by surprise. Anytime you lose, how many workers did he lose? 65 workers. It's hard to come back. It's hard to come back and win that thing, and ShoWTimE just didn't allow Snute ever to get much of an army up. Yeah, there was that Roach Ravager Queen thing that he had going on. The Banelings, not as good as Snute hoped them to be. ShoWTimE splits were beautiful. I mean, they were Polt level splits there, but with Adepts, which seems, is that easier or harder? Probably, I don't know. Stim Marines are pretty fast, but I don't know. Either way, I was impressed. Let's just say that. I was super mega impressed by ShoWTimE. So well done by him. And that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Thanks again to my patrons, 19 Day, Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Pedro Batsardas, Robert Farmer, KN, Keith Garlow, Matt Meermans, Hekon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboin, Alexandros Konardis, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Complex, Clayton Knight, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Jan Kodera, Bo Brissett, Kale Anderson, Pushpak Eledu, Trevor Smith, Men Haidayan, Rajiv Bhatt, Bakberti, and Sikopatara. All right. Thank you so much again. Link at the top right, and goodbye.